Hey everyone, my name is Luke and today we are in a classic Rover Mini Cooper from 1992. Now this car is actually a special little car. It actually has a rare high compression engine. It's in fantastic condition in this stunning red, and it actually did a rally from the Shetland Islands all the way to Germany, around a 2,000 mile classic car road trip. So this little thing has got a story to tell. So we're going to be talking about the crossover from when the Minis were produced by British Leyland and then Rover. And this is a 1992 car, so what that means is this is a Rover Mini. 300,000 Rover Minis were produced from 1991 to 2000, and around 5 million Minis were produced from 1961 to the end of production in 2000. But obviously, the original Minis were produced by British Leyland, and then the final Minis were produced by Rover. So in 1991, when Rover took over from British Leyland, there were quite a few changes to kind of mark that crossover, including different designs to the outside. They had more reinforced crash bars in the doors, and there's lots of other design cues on the interior that were changed. So there's many different specs for these cars that you could have bought, and obviously the higher the spec, the more you get with it, but you had everything from pinstripe detailing on the side, and the Mini Cooper versions with this has the classic 4 rally spotlights on the front, which came as standard on the Cooper models, but you could get them as an option or extra on a normal Mini. One of the other major changes that happened when Rover took over from British Leyland was the engine went from 1 litres to 1.3 litres, which really changed the engine. It went from 40 horsepower to 50 horsepower, and they even made a 63 horsepower version in the Cooper S. This being the Cooper has 50 horsepower. And do you know what? For a car that only weighs, you've got to remember it's a light car, it only weighs 700 kilos. And think about modern cars now are 2 ton, 2.2, even over 3 tons some cars. So even though 50 horsepower is nothing now, most modern cars have 150 plus, and some cars now have 1,000 horsepower. But for such a little car, because it doesn't weigh very much, 50 horsepower, it really is good enough, and it has that amazing central exit exhaust, and it has such a character. I think the key thing of this car is it's a really hot summer's afternoon. I'm baking with no aircon, but it's the character it has. It's small, it's cute, it's got a charming little design, a manual gearbox, which is really something that's dying off now. No power steering, fully analog driving experience. I mean, I'm 6'3" and it's pretty small in here, and all the driving dials and the steering wheel definitely feel like they're more for the passenger than the driver. You definitely feel like you're sitting sideways, but it's just so much fun as a little car. It has a tiny little boot. It's actually a 4-seater, which is hard to believe. And these cars, they carry stories, they carry memories, and I think it's something that people want to have now in their lives, because with such a modern world that we live in, having something like this which is so analog and so pure, I think it's something that people are going to be looking out for. The first time I saw a little Mini was in the Italian Job, which I think, if you talk about the Italian Job, the first thing everyone thinks of is the classic little Minis racing around. And I think, again, that's what this car is all about. It's transforming you back into a different time, and it's something so small and so cute that anyone can jump in this and have a great time. It's such an iconic British design. Some of these cars, you can have Union Jacks on the roof. This just has a white roof. So this being a 1992 means that this car is a Mark 6, and the final one came out in 1996 as the Mark 7. So this is second from the last. So to summarize, the Mark 6 and Mark 7 cars were produced from 1991 to 2000. So if you want to buy a British Leyland Mini, you're looking between 12 to 50,000 pounds to get a nice one now. But Rover Minis are less desirable, and you can actually pick these up from as little as 2,000 pounds. Obviously that's going to get you a rusty example, and these cars are known to rust. So it's really important, if you are going to buy one, that you do a proper check first. Now, because this has such a small engine, it could only actually go up to 84 miles an hour, because you've only got a 4-speed manual gearbox. But that's not what it's about, and it would get to 60 in like 12 seconds, which most modern cars now, some cars can get to 60 in under 2 seconds. So it's not a fast car, but again, that's not what it's all about. It's about the experience of having a manual gearbox, manual steering, no assist on the brakes. It's got tiny little pedals, 3 pedals you don't see anymore. One of the things that is so special about classic cars is the chrome. Everything now is made out of plastic and it's built down to a budget, but I love all the chrome accents you've got on the wing mirrors and the windscreen wipers and around the lights. It's designs like that which we don't get anymore. Due to the classic Mini being produced for over 40 years by British Leyland and Rover combined, they actually produced 68 different models. And as you can see from the images below, they manufactured such a variety, all with the same foundation of what a Mini was. But you could see how there were estate versions, there were Countrymans, there were Travellers, there were minivans, there were Hornets, there were Mini Coopers, there were Mini Mokes, there was Austin Minis, Morris Minis, pickups, city versions, estate versions, Mayfair, and the list goes on, and even including a cabriolet. So there is a variety for everyone to choose from. So that wraps up the video, and this thing is such a little laugh. It really does bring a smile on your face the whole time while you're driving it. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Tim, the owner of this car, for allowing me to drive his little Mini Cooper and, you know, experience how much of a smile it can bring to your face and how much fun a little classic car like this can be. And, you know, if you're looking to get a Mini like this, you've got to do your research and make sure to check for rust before you buy the car, because these are prone to rusting. But, you know, find the right one and it will bring you endless joy to go out on summer's evenings in a tiny little fun car with great handling, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So thank you for watching this video, and if you want to see more classic cars, or you have a classic car yourself that you'd like me to review, please do reach out, and I hope to see you all soon.